how are you today? I'm Lynda Hafner, top producing realtor at Realty Realty in Central Massachusetts. Today, we're going to talk about one of the questions that I get a lot from first-time homebuyers. If you haven't seen some of my other videos, I did a video that talked about 13 of the most popular questions that I get from first-time homebuyers. And the 10th question, which is what we're going to cover today, is can I get a loan from my parents? So let's talk about that today. My goal for you as a first-time home buyer is to help you feel confident and comforted knowing that you're making the best choices for yourself. That's the goal of my videos. I really love helping people. If you don't have an agent yet and you need one, please feel free to reach out to me, 508-942-7923. So let's talk about this. Can we get a loan from your parents? And the quick answer to that is no, you cannot. But it's a trick question because you can't get a loan, but you can get a gift. It's like, what's the difference? Well, it's a big difference in the eyes of the bank. Now, the bank is really concerned with their risks in giving you the money. They've been burned many times before by many buyers in the past, especially in that huge ordeal that we went through back in 2008, 2009, that whole bank crisis. And they are super leery of just giving buyers money that if they don't feel 100% confident that the buyer is able to pay them back. So to alleviate that, they want to make sure that you don't have too much debt based upon your income in relation to your income. So how they figure that out is they make sure that if you're getting money from your parents, that you have a letter that states from your parents that you don't have to pay them back, so that they know that you're going to be paying the bank and not your parents. So I'll be perfectly honest with you. When I bought my first house, I needed a gift letter. I actually bought it all by myself, and I needed money from my dad to help me with the down deposit, and he had to write a gift letter for me. I mean, it literally has to be documented and sent to the bank saying that you are not paying the money back. But did I pay the money back? Yes, I did. That was between me and my dad, but you cannot let the bank know that because the bank wants to know that you are not over inundated with debt so that you have the ability to pay your mortgage. So as long as you understand what it is they need and want, then you work around that to make it happen. If you have parents that will help you with this, I highly suggest taking advantage of that because it could sometimes be the difference about whether you can get into a house or not. I know it did for me. You know, I bought it at a really difficult time. The interest rates were high. I didn't have a lot of money. I'm not a good saver, but I really wanted to be a first-time home buyer. And I'm so glad that I did it anyway, despite all the market being in a terrible place, because I loved my home and I ended up, refinancing down the road for a lower interest rate. I repaid my dad. Everything ended up working out right. You just have to make sure that you don't take on more than you can chew. And banks make sure that you have a debt to income ratio. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, please check them out. Debt to income ratio, I just want to explain that. What it means is that your income per month, what is your gross monthly income, okay? Let's say your gross monthly income is $3,000 a month, but then you need to figure out your debt to income ratio by taking your lowest monthly payment for your debts. You don't take a $10,000 credit card debt and use that. What you do is you take the payment that $10,000 credit card debt, what is the lowest payment that they require? Take that, add all of those up, all the lowest payments that you owe per month, add them all up, total them up. Say that equals $900. Then you take the 900 and you divide it by 3,000 and you come up in this situation with 30%. 30% is great. That's a great debt to income ratio. Now, the maximum that they will allow for conventional is 45%. FHA allows, I think 43% is in that ratio. So that is the debt to income. Sometimes if you put more money down, or there are situations where the debt to income can be a little bit adjusted based on making it up in higher down payment, higher interest rate, things like that. But that's just a golden rule of thumb. These are the things you need to know, and this is how banks make sure that you are not overextending yourself. They figure out your debt to income ratio, and that means you should be figuring this out on your own. Take out a calculator, do the math, and figure out what your debt to income ratio is, because it could make or break whether you purchase a home. It's just as important as knowing your credit rate. The last thing the bank wants to do is have you add any debt, including debt from a parent or from a relative, because it can be a relative. It doesn't have to be a parent. I think it can be any blood relative to you that can give you this loan. But just in case, your parents don't have access to a month. Could be an aunt or an uncle, a grandparent, I'm pretty sure. Although please double check with your lender. I am a realtor. I don't specialize in financing, but I do like to give people educated information and refer you to the people who can help you the best. So if you need help knowing what you qualify for, knowing what your debt to income ratio is, by all means reach out to me. I will help you with as much as I can and send you to a lender who can help you even further. So please feel free to reach out to me, 508-942-7923. I am taking new clients at the moment, so I would love to hear from you. Have a great day. Hope this video helped you.